Welcome to our deep dive today. And today we are going to explore a pretty captivating enigma, I would say.
Yeah.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Definitely.
You've probably heard of them as one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, right?
Of course.
Celebrated for their grandeur, their
Yeah.
innovative design, but get
Yeah.
this, there's exact location.
Right.
And even their very existence are still hotly debated.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
It's
a
the-
real mystery.
A mystery for
It's easier for the ages.
a real place,
Yeah.
just a product of a myth?
Yeah.
Or is there something more to this?
Exactly. A little bit of all of it.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Right.
So it really is a puzzle that has just perplexed historians for
Yeah.
centuries.
Absolutely.
What's fascinating to me is that our primary sources for the Hanging Gardens actually come from ancient Greek
Oh, interesting.
and Roman writers,
Huh.
individuals like
Yeah.
Josephus Diodorus, Siculus Philo of Byzantium.
Wow, some names you don't hear every day.
No, you don't, but they're very important. And
Huh.
they painted these really vivid pictures,
Oh, wow.
almost like you could be there,
Cool.
of a green mountain
Like green mouth.
rising from the desert.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine
That's
that?
quite the image.
I know, it really
Yeah.
captures the imagination, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
It does.
Trees planted on these towering structures
Wow.
tier to create this illusion of a lush mountain
Wow.
in the middle of arid Babylon.
It's amazing to think about.
Yeah.
And it really is a breathtaking image.
It
But
does.
it raises a big question in my mind.
Yeah.
You would think if such a marvel existed, the Babylonians would have documented it themselves.
You'd assume so.
Yeah.
You'd think so.
Especially considering the
Hmm.
detailed records we have of King Nebuchadnezzar II's
Right?
numerous building projects.
Yeah, and all the other things that they were doing.
The other things.
But yet,
There's no mention of these gardens
not...
in any Babylonian texts.
Nope. So,
How do we make sense of this silence?
where does it... That's the million-dollar question.
Where does it leave us in our search for the Hanging Gardens?
Well, it leads to three primary theories.
Okay, let's hear them.
Okay, so one is that the gardens were entirely mythical,
All right.
just a fantastical tale
Okay.
that emerged from a fascination with kind of the exotic East.
Oh, so a captivating story passed down
Right.
and embellished?
Embellished exactly
Something like.
through generations.
Yeah, through the centuries, through the millennia.
That's certainly a possibility.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely on the table.
Okay.
Another theory suggests that the gardens were real,
Okay.
but were later destroyed,
Right.
perhaps by a natural disaster
Right.
or just the ravages of time. I mean,
Or-
we're talking about structures that would have been built
Thousands of years ago.
thousands of years ago.
Yeah. Things
Yeah.
fall apart. Things crumble. They don't last forever,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Ancient ruins are incredibly fragile,
They are.
susceptible to all sorts of damage.
Absolutely.
It's a plausible explanation.
It is very plausible.
But I understand there's a third theory
There is.
that leads us away from Babylon altogether.
Yes.
Okay.
This is where things get really interesting.
All right. I'm ready.
So this is the Nineveh connection.
Nineveh.
Nineveh,
Oh, yeah.
a theory put forward by Stephanie Dalley.
Oh, okay.
She argues that the Hanging Gardens weren't in Babylon at all,
Oh, wow.
but were actually located
Wow.
in the Assyrian city of Nineveh.
Okay. Now we're getting into some real historical detective work.
I know, this is where it gets fun.
Tell me more about Dalley's research.
Okay.
What led her to this conclusion?
Dalley, she meticulously analyzed Akkadian inscriptions and archaeological evidence, and she connected these seemingly disparate pieces of information.
So she's like putting a puzzle together?
Exactly like a historical jigsaw puzzle.
Wow.
And what's really intriguing is that centuries before Nebuchadnezzar,
Right.
an Assyrian king Sennacherib
Yeah, sure.
had constructed these grand gardens
Oh.
in Nineveh,
Okay.
which he proudly described as a wonder for all peoples.
It certainly does.
This sounds familiar.
Those words echo the descriptions to do the Hanging Gardens.
Yeah.
Is there more to this connection?
There is a lot more.
Right.
So Dalley also uncovered evidence of a very sophisticated aqueduct system in Nineveh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, incorporating these amazing water lifting screws and other features
Wow.
that align with some accounts of the Hanging Gardens. These systems would have been essential for irrigating such a grand garden
Right.
in a relatively arid region.
So we have these two powerful rulers, both known for their ambitious construction projects,
Yes.
both connected to awe-inspiring gardens.
Yeah.
It's a historical puzzle trying to determine which pieces fit where
It really is, and that's what makes this so fascinating.
It really is a puzzle, isn't it?
It is.
With these tantalizing clues just scattered
Yeah.
throughout history.
Everywhere.
Even if we can't pinpoint the exact location, I think we can still try to picture what these gardens might look like.
Absolutely.
What details do the historical accounts give us about their structure and scale?
Well, the accounts are fragmentary and sometimes contradictory,
Wow,
which kind of adds to the whole intrigue.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diodorus Siculus,
Okay.
who likely drew upon earlier accounts from Alexander the Great's historians,
Okay.
described the Dardans as a square,
Okay.
each side about 4 plethra long.
Okay, so help me visualize this. How big is a plethora exactly?
A plethra is an ancient Greek unit of measurement.
Okay.
It's roughly equivalent to 100 feet.
Okay.
So each side of the garden
Yeah.
would have been about 400 feet long.
Wow, that's huge.
It's big.
The size of a city block.
Yeah.
Imagine the resources and manpower required to build something that big, let alone fill it with.
The logistics are mind-boggling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lush gardens.
Exactly. And Diodorus, he goes on to describe these tiered levels
Okay.
with the highest gallery reaching 50 cubits.
Cubits. Okay, translate that to modern day for me.
Okay, so that's about 75 feet high.
Oh, wow.
And walls, an incredible 22 feet thick,
What?
made of brick.
Those are some seriously impressive dimensions.
It's massive.
It sounds like they were building a fortress as much as a garden.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both.
What was the purpose behind such a grand construction?
Well, according to some accounts, the gardens were built by Nebuchadnezzar to please his Median wife, Amytis,
Okay.
who yearned for the lush landscapes of her homeland.
It's a romantic notion, a king creating a botanical paradise
No.
to ease his wife's homesickness.
It's a nice story.
Yeah, but how much of that story is rooted in historical fact?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
While the story of Amytis does add kind of a human interest layer to the narrative, we have no Babylonian records confirming her existence, let alone her role in inspiring the garden.
So even the romantic elements are interwoven
They are.
with uncertainty and intrigue.
Exactly.
But the stories have persisted for millennia.
I know, it's amazing.
They really do captivate our imaginations.
Yeah.
They make you wonder what these gardens represented
Yeah.
to the people who created them.
I think they symbolize human ambition
Yes.
and ingenuity, this drive to create something extraordinary,
Yeah.
something that almost seems to defy the limits of nature.
It's that boldness, that
Mhm.
willingness to dream big
Totally.
that has often propelled human progress.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But didn't you say that Sennacherib in Nineveh
I did?
also had ambitions to create a wonder for all peoples?
Absolutely. And when we look at Sennacherib's gardens, we
Yeah.
see those same themes,
Okay.
ambition and innovation.
Yeah.
His inscriptions actually describe
Oh,
his
yeah.
pride in the engineering feats involved in bringing water to his palace gardens.
Right.
Especially, in a region that
Yeah.
didn't naturally have
A ton of water.
a ton of water resource.
Right. Yes, those water lifting screws are a particularly fascinating detail.
They are.
To think that they had the knowledge and the skill
I know.
to create such complex systems
Yeah.
thousands of years ago.
It's pretty amazing.
It really is.
Yeah.
These screws, sometimes called Archimedes screws,
Right.
though they actually predate him,
They do.
they're essentially giant spiral pumps
Exactly.
that could lift water to considerable heights.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. I can picture them now. These massive wooden screws,
Yeah.
powered by human or animal labor,
It must have been quite the sight.
drawing water from the Tigris River
Yeah.
to nourish Sennacherib's gardens.
Mm.
What a sight that must have been.
Yeah, and it really speaks to their engineering prowess,
Yeah.
especially when you consider that Sennacherib, he wasn't simply content
Right.
with just functional solutions.
Right.
He also wanted to showcase, his power and artistry.
Of course.
For example, he boasted about using a new casting technique
Oh, wow.
for his monumental bronze sculptures.
Wow.
So this desire to push boundaries
Ah.
is something he shared with the builders of the Hanging Gardens,
Absolutely.
wherever they may have been.
So we have these two potential gardens, both shrouded in mystery,
Yes.
both associated with these powerful rulers,
Right.
driven by this ambition
Yeah, this drive
to create something truly exceptional.
to leave their mark on the world.
It's a fascinating comparison.
It is.
But even if we can't definitively say where the Hanging Gardens were located,
right.
we can still explore the ingenuity and the cultural values that they represent.
Absolutely. I think that's key.
I completely agree. I think this deep dive isn't just about finding a definitive answer.
Right.
It's about the journey of discovery, piecing together these fragments of history.
Yeah, like a puzzle.
And trying to understand the motivations behind these grand projects.
I think you said it perfectly.
It's a tantalizing thought. For now we have the stories, we have the myths, we have these pieces of evidence that just continue to spark our curiosity and fuel our imagination.
Yeah, they keep us coming back for more.
Yeah, and I think it's in those spaces where the true wonder lies.
I think you're right. You know, these mysteries, these gaps in our knowledge are often what drive us to learn and explore further.
Absolutely.
You know, they invite us to consider different perspectives and to approach history with a sense of wonder and curiosity.
You know, as we've been talking about these grand gardens, it's made me think about just the significance of gardens in ancient Mesopotamia. In general, they seem to have been so much more than just places of beauty.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Gardens played a really crucial role in Mesopotamian culture, representing far more than just, you know, aesthetic pleasure. They held symbolic and religious meaning, often seen as like these microcosms of the universe.
Oh, wow.
Reflecting the order and abundance that the Mesopotamians sought to create in their world.
So these gardens were like miniature versions of the world they envisioned.
Almost like a mirror.
That's a fascinating concept.
Yeah, it is. And when you think about the Hanging Gardens in that context, whether they were in Babylon or Nineveh, they take on this even grander significance. They weren't just a display of power and wealth, but also this symbolic representation of the ruler's ability to command nature itself and create a paradise on earth.
It adds a whole new layer of meaning to these gardens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm also curious about the practical side of things. What types of plants would have flourished in these ancient botanical wonders?
Well, based on what we know about Babylonian horticulture and the region's climate, we can imagine a pretty diverse array of flora.
All right, give me some examples.
Okay, so date palms, of course, would have been prominent.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Their towering trunks and feathery fronds providing shade and sustenance.
Yes, the iconic date palms, I can almost picture them swaying in the breeze, their fruit, offering this sweet respite from that desert heat. What other trees and plants might have added?
Okay, so olive trees with their silvery green leaves and valuable fruit would have thrived there. Their oil was essential for cooking lighting and religious rituals.
And what about fruits and flowers? Anything that would have added like vibrant color and fragrance?
Oh, absolutely. So quince with their delicate pink blossoms and fragrant fruit would have been cultivated.
Wow.
Figs, too. Their sweetness, a welcome treat in a land often parched by the sun.
And almond tree, I can imagine their delicate white flowers blooming against the backdrop of those imposing brick walls.
Exactly. And we mustn't forget the grapevines, their lush foliage cascading down the terraces.
Like bring shade and perhaps even grapes for wine.
Oh, wow.
Adding to that sensory richness of the experience.
You've painted such a vivid picture. It makes you wonder if the allure of the Hanging Gardens lay not just in their scale and engineering, but also in the sensory experience.
I think so.
They offered the sights, the scents, the tastes of a paradise meticulously cultivated in the heart of a really challenging environment.
It's a compelling thought. These gardens, whether real or imagined, continue to capture our imagination.
They do.
Precisely because they represent this fusion of human ambition, ingenuity, and artistry. They remind us of our capacity to transform the world around us, to create beauty and wonder, even in the face of adversity.
It's a legacy that endures to this day.
It really is.
The Hanging Gardens, whether in Babylon or Nineveh, continue to inspire artists, architects, and dreamers, reminding us of the power of human imagination and the enduring allure of the unknown. And perhaps that's the most valuable lesson we can take away from this deep dive.
I agree.
Sometimes the mysteries that elude us are the ones that teach us the most. Encouraging us to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking out those wondrous corners of history.
I love it.
That spark our curiosity and ignite our sense of wonder.
Beautifully said. And for all of you listening out there, keep diving deep into those mysteries that captivate your imagination.
Keep exploring.
Who knows what you might uncover until next time. Happy exploring.